council, there's a sign-up sheet outside if you need to sign up to address the council. Members of the media, Katie, man, good having you here. He only made it this time, did he? Okay. Item 2, invocation. Pastor A.C. Brock, Louisville United Methodist Church. And we'll follow that with the pledge of allegiance with Jerry Ellis.
First of all, thank you for the invitation to be here with you. So let us pray. God of power and might, God of wisdom and justice, it is through you authority is rightly administered, laws are enacted, and decreed. Teach us to see every question in the light of our faith and to make check in ourselves every action that may lead us astray from our calling. May you send your spirit of wisdom, clarity, and justice upon those who hold office in this city. May they always seek the ways of righteousness, justice, and mercy. May they remember their promise to work for the greater good of the community, and by your grace, fulfill that promise by faithfully serving to promote the well-being of all people. Grant that they may be enabled by your powerful protection to serve our community with honesty and integrity. May the attitude of a servant be upon this council and each of us as we are guided by your Spirit in all decisions. And whatever recognition comes, may it come because of our faithfulness in serving you. All of this we ask through the one who created, who saves, and who sustains. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4 is recognitions and proclamations. This is a proclamation designated January 20th to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Whereas January 20, 2014 marks the observance of the federal legal holiday established by Public Law Number 98-144 to honor the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And whereas this holiday should serve as a time to remind all Americans of what Dr. King did for our country and to continue his dream of peace, love, and justice through service to others. And whereas Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is not only for remembrance and celebration, but for a day of service to strengthen communities, empower individuals, and bridge barriers. And whereas it is appropriate for the City of Eden to support and contribute to community efforts in the observance of the federal holiday honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Wayne R. Tuttle, Sr., Mayor of the City of Eden, hereby designate January 20, 2014 to be set aside as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day in Eden, North Carolina, to recognize this day as, quote, a day on, not a day off. And apply Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life and teachings of community service to inspire others to serve. Is there a representative from the NAACP here? I didn't see anyone. Okay. Item 4B, Eden Chamber of Commerce Annual Review of Services and Programs. Jeanne? It's Jeanne Wood, President of the Chamber.
Thanks, Wayne. A reflection of 2013. Greetings from the Eden Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, members, and staff. My name is Jeanne Wood, and I serve as president of your Chamber of Commerce. We want to take about 8 minutes of your agenda time to recap some of our 2013 successes. The Eden Chamber of Commerce, located at 678 South Van Buren Road, is a business membership organization and the welcome center for the City of Eden. Over the past year, we've distributed countless city and state maps, as well as phone books, business cards, brochures, and travel and tourism information to our residents, visitors, and newcomers. Now, the most requested telephone number is for the license plate agency. Throughout the year, we've had visitors from Austin, Texas, Boca Raton, Florida, Port Washington, New York, Springfield, Oregon, Zanesville, Ohio, Springfield, Missouri, Malvern, Arkansas, as well as regular North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia visitors. Some folks are here for reunions and special events, while others are relocating to the area for work and retirement. In concert with RCC and the Reedsville and Western Rockingham Chambers of Commerce, Leadership Rockingham class of 2012-13 successfully graduated, and the class of 2013-14 enrolled 18 area leaders from businesses, nonprofit, and local government. This program is strong, and we appreciate the business community support. Graduation for this program is scheduled for May 7, 2014. The 2013 Business Expo celebrated 11 years, showcasing 45 local businesses, nonprofits, and industry. Based on Main Street information that indicates the busiest shopping time of the day is from 5 to 8 p.m., the 2013 Expo shifted its hours from a mid-morning afternoon event to a 4 to 8 p.m. event. The first evening was a business-to-business networking opportunity, and the exhibitors welcomed VIP visitors, including Miss North Carolina. The second evening, the public was invited to the expo and asked to make a gift of canned food and/or cash donations to our Salvation Army for its food pantry. The 2014 Business Expo is scheduled for April 30th and May 1st, and yes, the new Miss North Carolina is scheduled to attend the VIP night, so I hope you'll come and join us for that. Recognizing that the health and wellness of our citizens is an economic development driver for our recruitment and retention of industry, in the summer of 2013, the Chamber, City of Eden, and local businesses launched Get Fit Eden. Now, you may recall the structure of the program. During the months of June, July, and August, participants were encouraged to be active 3 times a week for at least 30 minutes each time. Tracking their activity and submitting a completed tracking card earned them the opportunity to enter the grand prize drawing at Riverfest, and that was for an iPad. Now, registration for the program commenced right here at the May City Council meeting and throughout May and early June at strategic partners throughout the city. Over 400 people registered for the program. Participants received a Get Fit Eden t-shirt, compliments of Gildan Activewear and sponsors. To fuel success, weekly community walks were held at the Garden of Eden Senior Center and the Smith River Greenway. Additionally, Tuesday evening walks began at Freedom Park in June and moved to Old Leaksville and Draper Village for the months of July and August. And walks were hosted by city officials as well as chamber and community volunteers. Additionally, Carla Huffman set up a rotating Try for Free schedule that included opportunities to try it before you buy it at local fitness centers and yoga studios. The 2013 Get Fit Eden program was a success and caught the eye of several regional groups and local media, and that will certainly help shape our program for 2014. Continuing with economic development awareness, the Chamber with the City of Eden and sponsoring businesses hosted a Blueprint Eden breakfast. Attended by over 50 community and business leaders, the event took a candid look at the Ruger Recruitment Project and its economic impact on the region. Additionally, specific City of Eden economic development projects at all levels were discussed. The hope of the event is to give our business community a closer look and consequently a greater appreciation of our city and county's economic development efforts. And we thank Graham Prevere and Mike Doherty for being presenters at this event. We had great after-5 events, cash mobs, morning coffees, backyard cookouts, and holiday parties, and we thank all of the businesses who supported these networking events. Additionally, we welcomed new businesses to our community with official ribbon cuttings throughout the year. And speaking of networking, we hosted many workshop opportunities for our members, including information sessions on internet marketing, mobile apps, Affordable Health Care Act, Microsoft Systems, and Health and Wellness. Eat and Drug continued their series of community health education workshops by hosting monthly sessions at the Chamber. The Chamber and member businesses also partnered with Eat and Drug to help fill backpacks for our school children. Throughout the year, the Eden Chamber of Commerce hosted a monthly 30-minute community accent show highlighting a local member business or service on WLOE WMYN radio. Chamber staff and leadership assisted travel and tourism with events such as Shagging on Fieldcrest and Riverfest. Our annual Temptations in the Garden celebrated 2 years at Willow Oaks Plantation. The evening under the stars with a panoramic view of the beautiful landscape was a fantastic evening, showcasing our local restaurants and our local brewery and encouraging participants to dine local. And then in November, the Chamber partnered with American Express in promoting Shop Small Saturday for locally owned businesses. Over 15 businesses and restaurants participated in the event, and they reported a boost in sales for the day as the community was encouraged to shop local. Working with the News and Record, the Chamber produced 12 community newsletters that published the first Sunday of the month in the Rockingham section of the News and Record. Now, in this publication, we recognize a Chamber member of the month with an opportunity to be in the spotlight. We also publish an annual business directory and newcomers guide, and the 2014 edition is available after our annual meeting next week. Copies of this guide are distributed to Chamber members and throughout the year from the Chamber office, and we often mail copies to those who are considering relocation to the area. Additionally, the realtors, the hospital, and local industry use the guide when they recruit employees or work with a family that's chosen to relocate to Eden. Throughout the year, we welcomed 23 new members who invested in our Chamber. We appreciate the faithful 300-plus member investors, including the City of Eden, who continue to support the Eden Chamber of Commerce in fulfilling our mission of promoting, supporting, and enhancing the business interests of our members, the quality of life of our citizens, and the solicitation of development for continued growth. We thank all the city officials and employees who partner with us throughout the year on committees, events, and marketing. And in the most official sense of partnership, we do want to thank Mike Doherty for his continued service on our board of directors in an ex officio role of Director of Economic Development, and Greg White, who joins our board of directors in 2014. So we officially closed 2013 and opened 2014 with our annual dinner event where we recognize community leaders, including the Eden Citizen of the Year and the Lifetime Achievement Award, which this year we will be renaming. And that event is scheduled for next Tuesday night at Santana's. We invite you to visit us at 678 South Van Buren Road. Call us at 336-623-3336 or find us on the web at edenchamber.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thank you for your time and continued partnership.
Julianne, we really do appreciate it, and what a great relationship we've had since you've been to Chamber too. Things have gone well, and we just appreciate all the hard work you do. Of course, you have a lot of good people to work with you too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item 5, roll call. Let the record show that all council members, the city manager, and the city attorney are present. Item 6, to set the meeting agenda or any additions or deletions to the agenda. Anyone? Since there's none in, is there a motion to set the agenda?
Make a motion to set the agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The agenda is set. Item 7, public hearings. We don't have any tonight. We have anybody to speak? No one to speak. Item 9, unfinished business, boards and commission appointments. Ms. Stokes.
Last month, you all made several of the appointments that needed to be done by boards and commissions. These groups are very important to planning and caring and concern of our city. The planning board members, planning board is the only board that somebody has to live in a particular ward to be appointed there. And we are supposed to have someone from every ward, so they're not more important than everybody else, but it does need to be cared for.
Any council members want to give her a name?
Yes, sir. I'd like to start with Ward 7, the planning board, to reappoint Frank Wyatt. And also for the tree board, I would like to appoint retired Army Sergeant Ms. Myra Hinton from 1232 Meadow Road.
Anyone else? Did you check on Ms. Lloyd?
I did.
I did, and matter of fact, I want to go on record and publicly thank Ms. Rowland. I know she's been on the planning board for at least 2 of my terms, maybe longer than that.
She has.
And she has decided it's time for her to take a little rest, and she may be interested in coming back. But I think you submitting you another name for that.
Thank you.
And I'd like to say publicly thank Ms. Rowland for being on the board.
Mr. Mayor, I did talk to Mrs. Lloyd,
Yeah.
and she said she would be happy to serve
Okay.
again.
All right. That's Jane Lloyd for the tree board. Anyone else? Anyone else? Is there a motion to accept these nominees?
Make a motion that we accept the nominees for the appointments.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion second, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Uh,
All those opposed, no. Names are accepted. Item 10, new business. Consideration of proposed amendment to City Code Chapter 10-6.3 B3C. Ms. Gillett, attorney.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. What you have in front of you is an amendment to our city personnel code. This amendment has come about basically in response to a change or an increase in the age of eligibility of Social Security retirement benefits. And this affects specifically our retirees. So the amendment that you have in front of you basically will, the code as it exists right now drops retirees at age 65. It just across the board drops them from our insurance at age 65. The Social Security Administration is gradually increasing the age of eligibility for 100% of retiree benefits. And that age is past 65 now and is increasing gradually up to age 67. So what we have done in response to this is we have the amendment, the wording that you see, the proposed wording basically will keep retirees on the insurance until they become eligible and start drawing their 100% of their Social Security retirement benefits. Either that condition exists or they start drawing their benefits and they are eligible for Medicaid or Medicare, whichever one occurs first. So at no point will anyone be dropped who is not eligible for Medicare. And this is because sometimes you can draw Social Security benefits before age 65 at a reduced level, but we want to make sure that they're eligible for Medicare. And this happens right now at age 65. So that's what the change is, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that anyone may have regarding this.
Ms. Gilly, all of them will be notified of these changes, of course.
That's correct. We have, if this is approved by you all tonight, I think it's in the works for the insurance companies that we have, our insurance company, to notify everyone. I believe everyone and everyone that will be affected will be notified, so.
Any other questions?
Have any of them sort of dropped through the cracks, or we ahead of the game, making sure?
I think we're ahead of the game in this one. I think this came about as a response from someone who was looking proactively and thought that this would occur. And so I don't know of anyone that has dropped through the cracks that we missed. And I think this is happening nationally, so hopefully we can catch it.
Any other questions? Mr. Carter is recusing himself because he is a retiree of the system, so he won't vote on this one.
That's correct.
Any other questions? Is there a motion that we consider this amendment to the city code?
Make a motion that we accept the proposed amendment to City Code 10-6-3B, 3C, I believe is as the city attorney proposed.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Have a motion second, any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. Motion passes. Item 10B, consideration of request to adopt an ordinance for the demolition of a structure at 1210 Fieldcrest Road under the City of Eden Human Habitation Ordinance. Ms. Stokes.
The human habitation ordinance is more commonly referred to, folks like me and others, as the minimum housing code, and that's exactly what it is. It is the minimum standard that something is livable. And this particular house, as you can see in the memo, we've got a complaint on June the 7th, 2011. We initiated the action that day for improper plumbing and unsafe ceilings. The owner was ordered to vacate and close the house until repairs could be made. In August of 2012, the house burned beyond what we feel is repair, and a new action was filed ordering that the house be demolished. The property has been sold twice since the house burned, and the owners had asked for time to remove the structure. However, no action has been taken. And we would like to recommend that you give us the authority to have it demolished.
Ms. Stokes, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Are the owners here tonight?
I don't know. They came in today and paid a nuisance violation, but I wasn't the one to talk to them.
This has been an ongoing thing too, Kelly, right?
It has, and we get
From the
numerous
information you gave, it
complaints
seems
from
like
the
it's over and over and over again, we give them chance after chance after chance on,
Absolutely.
yeah.
The house has been sold, I think Ms. Stoltz said twice, but there was a lis pendens, which is a document at the courthouse that was filed on record. So any purchaser would have been aware of the action that was existing prior to them buying it.
And as soon as we found out they had, we began to send them letters.
So your estimate is $3,400?
Yes, sir. That was the low estimate.
That's really typical, isn't it, Kelly? 3,500 to 5,000 listed these things.
For a house that size, $3,400 is a good price. Sometimes if they're larger or the lot's more difficult, they can be higher, but that's fairly typical.
I mean, we normally put a lien against property, like try to recover some of this stuff.
Yes, sir.
How will that affect it? It's being sold.
How will it
The new owners have to pay the lien off before they purchase?
The new owners, the owners now, or
Who was purchasing, you said somebody was purchasing?
I said someone has purchased
Oh,
it
already.
since the beginning of the action started, so no one's purchasing it now.
So it's,
It would go against the ones that own it now. That's correct.
Any more questions?
Has the price dropped each of those transactions, or are they obviously buying it as a demolished property, or to be demolished property, or is it holding its value somewhat?
I don't know. I don't know what they purchased it for. I'm not sure. Or
The stamps on the stamps on it show no value. There were $0 on the two transfers since it burned.
So that may have just been a deed transfer, not necessarily an arm's length sale, right?
that's right.
And then, what about the nuisance fees that they paid today?
Yes, sir. We had mowed the grass a number of times before.
Okay, so that has nothing to do with what we're proposing to do?
No, sir.
Okay.
Any other questions? Anything else? Is there a motion to adopt an ordinance for this demolition?
So I make a motion to adopt the ordinance.
Just a second. Second. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. Motion passes.
Thank you.
10C, approval and adoption of a resolution to support continuing operation of the Betsy Jeff Penn 4-H Education Center. Betsy Jeff Penn 4-H Center Advisory Board. Is anybody here to represent them? Would you like to come forward, please? Could you give us your name and
Okay, I'm Judy Wall. I'm the chair of the Betsy Jeff Penn Advisory Board.
can you give us a bit of an overview? I've got a resolution here, but
Okay,
I'll read it.
I've got a few comments to make. On behalf of the Betsy Jeff Penn 4-H Educational Center Advisory Board and the more than 200,000 children that have attended the center over the past 50 years, thank you for passing the resolution in support of continued operations of the Betsy Jeff Penn 4-H Educational Center. This center was dedicated May 17th, 1964, as a gift from Betsy Penn to North Carolina State 4-H program in honor of her late husband, Jefferson Penn. The center's nearly 200 acres of fields, lake, and streams were given to the citizens of North Carolina by Betsy Penn, who built the facility and then donated it to North Carolina 4-H in 1964. As you know, we've had some struggles since October the 16th, 2013. I am pleased to say that the center is open and will be receiving first school group later, the latter part of February. The Educational Center is more than a 4-H camp. It provides educational field trips for schools in North Carolina and Henry County, Virginia. School group attendance for the last 5 years has averaged 3,584. Residential camp and day camp are offered in the summer with over 50 counties in North Carolina that have already designated Betsy Jeff Penn for Summer Camp 2014, which is quite an accomplishment up to this point. And we feel like there's going to be additional. Facilities are also available for conferences, retreats, class family reunions, etc. when not being utilized for camps and school groups. This is a year-round business operation. Saturday, May the 17th, 2014, we will be celebrating our 50th anniversary. Come join the celebration and Betsy Penn's legacy, and details for that day will be forthcoming. Thank you.
Ms. Wall, how long is, I think it's North Carolina State that you're dealing with.
That's right, North Carolina State.
How long is this reprieve for, so to speak?
Well,
So I know when it was going on, I sent a letter out, and I looked at some of the information. If I'm not mistaken, I think the numbers that went to Betsy Jeff Penn were like 2 or 3 times more than some of the other places that are going to leave open. Is that correct?
you're right. We just submitted the task force, which is comprised of advisory board members and also the community. We just submitted last Wednesday to North Carolina State University a sustainable business model that we hope that North Carolina State is going to agree with. That's the way we foresee putting us in the black. We've been in the red for several years. So we are just, we got everything crossed that things are going to work out. We've gotten a lot of support from the local community as well as our legislators. You know, you've heard the saying before that it takes so many people to raise it takes an army to raise a child. Well, it's taken an army to keep this place open. So we are certainly grateful to the community.
Any other questions, council?
What, do you know, in the fact that, as the mayor mentioned, there are other centers that were staying open that had much less attendance?
Yes.
Do you know what the driver was to close this one?
Well, you know, the economics, the fall of 2012, North Carolina State mandated a change of program,
in just Betsy Jeff Penn. It did not work out. I mean, our enrollment for 2013 was the lowest that I've got records that goes back to the early 80s. It was the lowest that it's ever been up to the 80s anyway. So that just really created a big downfall for us. However, at this point, we are already over 40% more from this year so far than we were last summer. Because the 4-H clubs have to designate, like in November, where they plan to attend camp the next summer. So that is a plus for the recovery and moving on with this camp.
Thank you. Any other questions? Anybody? I'm not going to read the resolution. All the council members have the resolution, so we'll just ask for a vote. Is there a motion to for the approval and adoption of this resolution supporting the Betsy Jeff Center?
I'd like to make a because the resolution is for continuing operations for Betsy Jeff Penn 4-H Center.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The resolution passes.
Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate you coming this morning. Item 11, reports from staff, Eden Police Department 2014 report to the City Council PowerPoint presentation. Chief Burke.
Good evening, Mayor, members of council. I prepared for you tonight for your review of the Eden Police Department's 2014 report to council. I will be brief tonight due to the inclement weather, but if you have any specific questions, you can get with me after the meeting or set up a time and then we'll get together and answer any specific questions you have. As you see the first slide, I've asked Deputy Chief Light to be the technology guru and go through the slides so I can look at my notes. The first slide for your review comes from the North Carolina Department of Justice website. Annually, I receive a report from statistics that's collected from the State Bureau of Investigations that talks about the crime index rate across the state, and then it gives me specific information about the crime index rate per 100,000 people across the state, but also in the city of Eden and Rockingham County. What I broke down for you on the first slide is you'll see that there's been a slight decrease statewide, and I'm looking all the way to the left, from 2010, 2011, had a slight decrease of about 0.9% over 2010-11, and then in 2011-12, you'll see the decrease was 4.4%. I'll just share with you that I didn't include it there. Rockingham County was about 3.9% lower than what the state was last year. So that's looking good for us. Slide number 3. This is the Eden statewide crime report data from the crime index rate per 100,000 people. You see that in 2010-2011 we had about 11% decrease in crime. Our violent crime went down about 24%. Our property crime went down about 8.3%. The crime that I'm specifically talking about is Part 1 offenses, which would be murder, rape, robbery, and aggravated assaults for violent crime, and then burglary and larceny and motor vehicle theft for property crime. In 2011-2012, this report indicated that we had another decrease in our crime index rate of about 10.3%, which is a good trend, which is a real good trend. However, our violent crime did go up a little bit, but that was based largely on our aggravated assaults, and you'll see that in a little bit more detail when I get talking about specific offense occurrences during the last 3 years. And one of the ways that we're going to try to combat that is and I know that the mayor and a couple of members of the councils have attended our Project Save Rockingham County. There again, that's a program that we gear just towards violent crime. The next item you have is, maybe you asked me to see if I could gather some information about how other agencies across the county, how their crime rates compare to ours. And you can see that in the next slide, 2010, 11, and 12, I broke down 2010 in red, 2011 in green, and 2012 in blue. I did a very basic breakdown of the violent crime versus property crime versus the total crime index rate. see that, where each municipality stands over the 3-year period. Ours, I'll share with you, has continued to decrease, which is good. The next slide is crime in Eden, and this is a 10-year trend. Here there's you can see from 2003, the total crimes, offenses over the last 10 years has continued to decrease. And this year we had a 10-year low. There again, one of the things that so we want to try to work on is our violent crime, but aggravated assaults. Those are assaults that involve the use of a weapon or the threat of a weapon, or they can be classified that based on the severity of the injury. So it can be a little subjective, and but it's really on how it's reported. And one of the things that I think is going to be interesting when I do this report for you next year or the year after is that across the county, we're getting ready to get on the same records management system. And so although the criteria may be a little bit different on which reports we take, at least it'll be more apples to apples and oranges to oranges, if that makes sense to you.
Does it vary across the county as well as the state and the federal? Those types of the criteria, or is it?
It's consistent, but it's the way that you report it. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that a little bit later on too. A lot of times, and I'm not going to say just in Rockingham County, but a lot of times reports are taken based on solvability. They are assigned out on solvability. I'm proud to tell you that for the Eden Police Department, if you file a report, you call a file report, it'll be taken. It'll be assigned to an investigator regardless of the solvability factor there. And follow-up will be done. There will be contact made with the reported party. Not every time. Every time, not just every now and then.
So you're saying some people won't take it because it's not, they don't.
I'm saying there is occasion where reports, if you go out and something happens to you and you're out of town somewhere, the report taken may be based on the solvability of the crime.
Okay.
But we take all our reports. The next item is the Rockingham County Index Offense 3-year trend. You see, this is offenses, not index, but offenses. And you see where there again, this just indicates the offenses occurred at each municipality and the county. And you see the trend is still going down across the county, which is good. The next slide, let's see. Here again, the violent crime is slightly up, but we're working on that. The next slide, number 7, is the index offenses and clearance rates. This is a 3-year trend, and this is just in the city of Eden. Here, you'll see the number of offenses and the percentage cleared, and over to the far right, you see the state average. If somebody has a question, in 2010, we had 5 offenses that we categorized as a rape, and we cleared 7. 2 of those was carryovers. So that was how you get to the 140%. But you can see where we are in comparison to the state average and the work that the guys are doing back in our investigation division.
Gee, define cleared.
Cleared means that the case was either cleared by arrest, cleared by exception, like a victim refused to cooperate. It means that the leads are exhausted in that case. The next item is the Rockingham County, crime in Rockingham County arson offenses and clearances. This is a 3-year trend. Again, this information is taken right off the website. And you see ours, in 2010, no arson offenses, no arson offenses cleared. Then in 2011, we had 3 arson offenses, and in 2006, we had 6 offenses, but we had 6 cleared, and it gives you approximate value of the property. Breaks it down there again from each municipality, and that's it is what it is. The next item, the next page, page 9, is stolen and recovered property. I can tell you that my recollection is correct, and I have it right here. The average, the state average in clearance for recovery of stolen property in 2010, I want to say it was about 20%, and in 2011 it was 15%, 2012 it was about 16% of stolen and recovered property. And you can see where we stand in 2010, we was about 25%, 2011 was 19.3, In 2012, 23.9. So there again, we stayed above the state average in our diligence of trying to recover stolen property. Communication center, I really found this to be interesting, and this is some of the questions I get asked a lot. And I get asked by members of the council on occasion a lot. Total calls. One of the things that we looked at even in our consolidations, we started to pull out the total calls that comes into our communication center. And if you look in 2010, we had approximately 60,488 calls. 45,749 of them come through on what we call our rollover line, so you may know it as 9755 and 9756. About 14,739 come in on 911. We transferred about 3,083 of those, the vast majority of those probably EMS calls, medical calls. And our tracking numbers, these are numbers that actually generate a police response or a emergency response by local officials or by anything that generates any type of action on behalf of fire. The interesting thing to note there, you'll see in 2013, we had a reduction in our total calls to 48,022. We're really trying to figure out how that comes to be, because if you look, we still have our tracking numbers that stay constant. And one of the things we looked at is technology. And that's the technology that we put in those police cars to allow communication between the center and the officers in the car and not need the telephone conversation. They can do it remotely by the computer, which has been taking a workload off the communication officer. You can see that one of the things that I think is interesting, and I want to share with you, make sure I share with you, is that in 2013, we have tracking call, number of tracking numbers that required some type of response by emergency services, 23,512. Well, we broke that down for you. Approximately 20,805 was police related. That's the number of incidents that we handled, whether it be a traffic stop or a call for some type of service. That's the police department response. About 543 were fire department calls. And 2,164 were animal calls. And I can tell you that we picked up about 375 animals last year.
325.
325 animals last year. Is that the dead animals or
That was combined.
yes, 325 deceased animals off the side of the road, and then I think it was another 375 dogs and cats.
I can vouch for that. I get half of the people call me as mayors about animals.
And, but we, one of the things that's interesting, that leaves about 1,400 that you'll see that a lot of those is welfare checks on animals. We do quite a bit of those. But I just thought that was interesting. The next slide that you'll see is the patrol division slide. Here you see a history of our citations and DWI arrests. Keep in mind, these are calendar years. We set our goals and objectives for fiscal year, so we still have some time left in this fiscal year on the 2013. But one of the things is, although our warning citations went down slightly this year, one of the things, warnings for speeding went up this year. When we break that down, and it's not in the data that you see here, but we looked at it a little bit closer. And one of the things we've seen is our warnings for speeding violations did increase this year. One of the things also I find interesting on here is where it says IVC. That is our involuntary commitment. We did see a reduction this year, which is good, but we're still spending a lot of time in the EDs with those 102 individuals. And so there's still it's very taxing on our resources.
Do you see there being anything to try to improve that situation as far as the state goes?
I'll be honest with you, I think we have mitigated that in this county probably as well as anybody in the state of North Carolina. We worked closely with all the agencies, with the Attorney General's office of this state to try to address that issue, not just with our time that we're spending, the taxing on our law enforcement resources, but also those clients, those individuals are not getting the assistance they need by sitting in those emergency departments, waiting on a treatment. you know, that's the real crisis, not how much time it's costing us, but these individuals sitting in the ED not getting the help that they
And
need.
sometimes that can be several days taking the patrolman off the street.
Absolutely. When that happens and we're sitting with that individual, we'll have officers that check on you and go straight to the hospital, and we'll have somebody at the hospital off that squad around the clock until that individual's
I
transferred.
think the general public really don't know how much time you spend with these involuntary commitments.
It can be very taxing. The next slide, slide 12, you'll see is our detective division slide. And one of the things, just a couple of things, as I shared with you earlier, reports are taken regardless of the solvability factor. They are assigned regardless of the solvability factor. These are all cases, Part 1 and Part 2 offenses. I shared with you what Part 1 offenses are, Part 2 is everything else. So the guys are closing about 73.9% of all cases that come through there, and almost 40% of them are closed by arrest, which is really good, But those are 7 guys that's working in this is just from the general investigator side of the wall. The next page, page 13, I think is very interesting because I'm still talking about those 7 individuals that are working as general investigators. Last year they spent 592 hours in training. That's about a little over 2 weeks apiece in 8 hours a day in training. They spent another 635.5 hours with court and district attorney meetings. One of the things I hope you notice is that although their caseload went down, the amount of time that they're spending in court and meeting with the district attorney has gone up because the demand of the way that we testify now has changed a little bit, and I call it the CSI effect, just to be in layman's terms, but it's required by there's the meeting the elements of the offenses and making sure that you have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed is very important nowadays. Voice stress, which is basically our lie detector test. We run about 31 of those last year. We're utilizing our video lab analysis for 39 examinations, and that's one of the things we're doing there is we're working with other agencies in the county because we may have some resources that they don't, so we're doing a lot of work sharing that. They served 56 search warrants last year. A lot of those were for physical locations, but also phones and computers and stuff like that. The next slide you have is animal control. You can see in 2013 we picked up approximately 175 dogs and 300 cats. I'm sorry, it was 475. However, most of the cats were feral cats and not eligible for adoption. One of the things that I know our animal control officer, and he's doing a wonderful job, by the way, Ed Paisley, is really concentrating his efforts on the feral cat situation we have in the county, in the city, and it's keeping him rather busy, let's put it that way. We set traps out everywhere, and we're trying to get them where we can do the most good, but they're working hard. But we're also started working more closely with rescue groups, trying to adopt out our animals that we do find that we want to try to find a home. Well, I know within the last couple of weeks we've got, last week he told me he was able to adopt out a pretty black lab and I'm trying to think what the other one was, but he was able to adopt that animal out of that Cocker Spaniel, what he told me. The next thing, the next slide you'll have in front of you is talk a little bit about our DARE program. In 2012-13, we had 260 fifth grade students complete the DARE curriculum, and approximately 250 other students below the fifth grade participated in some type of DARE visitation. Our GREAT program continues to move forward. We had in 2012-13 approximately 283 sixth graders complete the GREAT program. So we're really working hard at trying to promote those programs. Downstairs, we're still doing our student tours. We're speaking to various civic groups. Members of the department are. We're hosting college interns. We're working with high school seniors on their senior project. We now have department leaders that are member or engaged in civic clubs, and we're working hard to stay connected to our community and make sure that our community knows who we are. So, if you have any general questions, I'll be glad to answer them, but that's my report as presented.
I've got a couple of questions, if I might. First, the great program, the gang reduction effort. We hear everyone hears all kinds of rumors. What's actually the status of gangs in Eaton?
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that we don't have an issue. Any type of issue with gangs is alarming and concerning. I can tell you that when we identify a group that wants to work together, act in concert to create any type of havoc or to create to continue any type of criminal enterprise or start a criminal enterprise, we focus our resources on that group and react to, and try to be, when I say react, try to mitigate anything that they do and hold them accountable for their actions. And we've done that, and we focused our effort. We've had adjusted work hours and addressed individual groups that want to present themselves as a problem.
Second question, if I can ask this correctly. First, I commend you on most everything I see as far as the crime rate is going, great. It's fantastic direction that we had. I think things, showing the improvement. And I notice that generally speaking, over the last several years, that even though the crime rate index is going down, and the property crimes seem to be going down, the violent crimes seem to be heading in the other direction. Is there any explanation that you know of that?
I can't explain that. One of the things we looked at is last year we did see a reduction of violent crime. And, like I said, we tried to address that with programs. And I know you've been a part of our project, Safe Rockingham County. And one of the things that we're trying to do is programs such as that. And we're also looking at, trying to make sure that our officers, we address career criminals, individuals that have a history of that type of violence. They kind of move up on our list, and we hold them more accountable for their actions, and work closely with the district attorney's office and the U.S. attorney's office to hold individuals accountable for their actions. I tell you that we're very diligent about that. Any type of criminal offense involving a firearm, we are working close with the district attorney and the U.S. attorney to move it in the direction where they will be held accountable for their actions to the utmost. But one of the things we've done too, and I'm very proud of, one of our investigators, we have trained our officers, have received some additional training with officers of evidence collection and handling of firearms so that the cases can be prosecuted more efficiently. And I can tell you that I have personally been contacted by the U.S. Attorney thanking us for our effort. And one of my investigators actually created a workbook for a training guide on collection of firearms. And the U.S. Attorney's Office took that and shared that with other municipalities in the district as an example of how to collect firearms and how to prosecute firearm offenses. So we are addressing that and really working hard trying to hold individuals accountable for their actions. And I think part of that too is building that bond between the police and the community so that we have a connection and share that information flow as well.
Chief, I think is it 3 projects safe neighborhoods so far?
We've actually had 4.
Is it 4?
I think so.
I think I've been to all of them, and I'll tell you what, it is really impressive to see what all the law enforcement, not just in Eden and Rockingham County, but I mean, it goes way beyond here, beyond the borders into Virginia, and all you guys are coordinating and organizing. I just think it is really an impressive program.
And that's one of the things that we've done that makes our project safe unique, is that we've incorporated the authorities from across the line in Virginia. And this, to my knowledge, is the only one in the state that has reached out across state lines to invite those folks. Because we don't want to chase our problem in the state of Virginia. We want to work with those folks too. We actually know
And there's 15 or 16 that you want to have there, of course, they're the worst of the worst.
They're always, they have been identified, and
Who identifies all of those?
well, they work closely with the district attorney, the U.S. attorney, and the probation department. And they identify based on their criminal history and the amount of types of crimes and the severity of the crime, and they identify those individuals. And they bring them in, and it's kind of like I use the example when I share with people how Project Safe works. It's kind of like you highlight their name, and you share with them, here's an opportunity to change your ways,